Now, the Weald Downland Open Air Museum celebrated its 50th anniversary at the weekend. The site near Chichester was set up in response to the redevelopment of Crawley Town Centre, when precious buildings under threat of demolition were saved and given a new home.
Well, since then, the museum has expanded and now has a collection of more than 50 buildings spanning almost 1,000 years of history. And it's a popular visitor attraction, as Simon Marks explains.
It looks like an old English village, but these buildings were originally in other locations. They've been taken apart, moved and rebuilt here at the Weald Downland Living Museum in West Sussex. Work began at this 40-acre site in the summer of 1970. Volunteers from local schools lent a hand, under the watchful eye of Kim Leslie.
They come here, they touch, they feel, they sense the old. They can do something practical as well, something useful, yes. A museum like this, an open-air museum, takes 5-10 years to mature. It's a vast scheme. But in fact, we're opening later this year in about 3 months' time. Our catchment area is from Petersfield right over to Canterbury, yes, vast area. Our catchment area is from Petersfield right over to Canterbury, yes.
Oh, that was new. We had no money. I was the first treasurer here, and I was handed £11, 17 shillings and twopence. And that was the foundation of the finances of this museum. It couldn't have been built without volunteers. In all the years of resurrection after the Second World War, so many of these buildings were going to be burnt to the ground. To be shown your film, as you showed me a minute ago, is wonderful to see how far we've come now, and that enthusiasm. And I've still got that enthusiasm, as you might gather.
This is a working museum. There are demonstrations of traditional skills. And the water wheel, rescued from the heart of the South Downs, really does grind the flour to bake the bread, which is served in the cafe.
Plenty of visitors coming through the door, probably appreciating the culture, their history, the type of property that maybe their ancestors lived in. There's 53 buildings and structures in the collection. I'm not actively looking to expand that because we've got a number in storage as well that we would dearly love to find the funding to put those up at a future date.
If you had to pick one to live in, which one would you pick?
I think one which hasn't got a ghost story attached to it.
Cheers!
For the 50th anniversary, a party.
It's a special picnic where you're meant to dress up in 70s clothes.
I share my 50th birthday with the museum, so joint celebration.
We've become members because it's a very special place just to escape.
We got married here in 2015, just round the corner.
Our history is, you know, if we don't look after it, it's going to disappear and they'll never know it.
This place is full of energy, and I think that's terribly important. And this place is as full of energy today as it was 50 years ago when this site first opened.
Simon Marks, BBC South Today.
What a fabulous place. I remember many a trip there as a child, probably due to go back there soon as well.
School trips.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's true. I remember the biscuits that were made from the flour mill, which probably says more about me than the actual biscuit. Although I don't think I enjoyed it as much as that duck. He had a right chuckle, didn't he?
No, he enjoyed it. He was on form.
Exactly. As you can see, Sarah's here.